Hiram Flaversham got Hiram Flaver banned. And after a 5-week onboarding process, Ravensburger Greg breaks his silence. All that and so much more in this week's Lorcana Alert. On the official Disney Lorcana website, they issued the very first ban. As of April 8th, this update to the core constructed format is in effect. Both Hiram Flaversham and Fortisphere are now removed from eligibility in an effort to keep the trading card game thriving and fresh. The co-creator of the game, Ravensburger Steve, went to Discord to answer some questions about the ban, and we're going to talk about his replies in this video. So make sure you smash the subscribe button to stay up to date from all the news from the Lorcana community. They've also updated this page to say that the ban does not affect fans playing the core constructed event in China and Japan. Representatives from those areas will provide a separate announcement localized to their markets as to how these cards will be handled as they release more Disney Lorcana sets. Ooh, what a big day for Disney Lorcana. Who could have seen it coming? On Reddit this week, this user Jay Bammon did the hard work of going to the Discord and screenshotting Ravensburger Steve's messages about the Hiram ban. The link to that is in the description of this video. They say that these are some of the relevant answers from the Q&A, like answers talking about the Diablo Devoted Herald card, asking if they even thought about banning just Tamatoa, and then giving us non-answers, like saying that this is a Bruno question. That's in reference to the Bruno Madrigal character, and in the anime, they commonly say we don't talk about Bruno. Ravensburger Steve says, Bruno question, we just simply won't be able to talk about future OP plans right now. For some context about why Hiram and Fortisphere were banned, the next post on Reddit kinda clears it up. It says, Sapphire demolishes another huge tournament. This tournament had 273 players in France, and all of the top 8 were playing Sapphire Inc., with 6 of them being red-blue and 2 of them being blue-steel. Hopefully with Hiram, it really slows down those red-blue players. I know when I was playing green-steel for the set championships, I was just hoping that my red-blue opponent would brick his Hiram and not draw it. And if he didn't draw a Hiram, I got the big ol' win. But what's more important about the Hiram ban is the memes that we make along the way. Starting off with this meme from Matified, posted by a bunch of people. Matified and Inktobi posted this in honor of my dude Hiram, RIP November 17, 2023, the release of Rise of the Floodborn to April 8th, 2025. You're telling me that bro already has a custom playmat of Bucky and Hiram? How did he already get a custom playmat? Last post on Reddit was from a screenshot of the Discord. This is Ravensburger Greg, the new Director of Communications at Ravensburger for Disney Lorcana. Says, hi, I thought it'd be good to jump in and address your thoughts. I'm still getting up to speed here at Ravensburger as the Director of Communications. This is only week 5 for me, but we are laying tons of plans to ramp up more frequent, substantive communication with you all. I can't share details just yet, but the goal is for us to participate in dialogue. Expect more live streams, more showcasing of community creativity, and more back and forth. Hot dog. This is the announcement that we've been waiting for, Ravensburger Greg. Any official Disney Lorcana communication is welcome. The future of Disney Lorcana is looking pretty good. Over on Facebook this week, we're going to take a break from the Hiram news for just a moment to talk about this. This is from the lorcanatcg Misprints, Oddities, Errors. Buy, sell, and trade group. It's a private group, so I can't share the link, but I sure can screenshot. And what we want to talk about was this post for what seems to be the bolt pin, but in error. Or is something more sinister going on? We may never know. At first look, a collector like me said, wow, that's pretty cool. I have one of those bolt pins, but I don't have one of those bolt pins that doesn't have bolt on the pin, and this one is just that, a reflective surface. Was this an error from the factory, or could this be replicatable? Ryan Thomas thinks that it could be replicatable. Cody says that there should be scratches if somebody took off the bolt thing, and Brett says don't make claims without proof. But Ryan's got something better than proof. He trusts his heart. He says, as the admin of one of the largest Disney pin groups in Facebook, I've been collecting for 15 plus years. While I don't have any evidence of this particular pin being stripped, it is a common error that can be replicated by tossing the pin into solvent. So I'm using my years of experience to make an educated guess that it's most likely replicable to make this same pin yourself. There were some bids, but after these messages, some bids were retracted. And then the auction ended without selling the pin. If you're an heirs and oddity collector out there, be careful, do your research. There could or there could not be some heirs hidden on the Disney Lorcana pins. This could or could not be a real heir, but is it worth risking the friends we make along the way? In other news, also on Facebook, now that Sapphire ink has been nerfed, Chernadawgs is getting new footing. Kelly Lynn posted this image of Tramp and Lady looking like they're summoning the evildoer Chernabog. This is pretty cool, specific Disney Lorcana fan art. Because in what other way would these spaghetti-eating dogs synergize with the creature of the night? I love this kind of fan artwork that takes like the core being of a deck and then puts it together in one image. How cool, Kelly Lynn. Thanks for sharing with the Lorcana community. Also on Facebook was the best meme that we've seen about Hiram yet. They may have banned Hiram, but Ryan on Facebook found out this one little life hack. Just get the German versions and voila. No more Hiram Flaversham. Now you got Xavier Hampelman, and your Ruby Sapphire is back on the menu. This is the kind of creative out-of-the-box thing that we like to see in the Disney Lorcana community. Good luck banning the Xavier Hampelman Ravensburger. On Twitter this week, Judge Phil posted that he decided to add a new feature to his website, the Judge Locator. If you go to ie-enchanted.com, go over to the Judge Locator and see if there's a judge near you. This is a great tool for any local stores that want to run some bigger tournaments that need a judge for Disney Lorcana. On Twitter this week is where the information about the Japanese Hiram was first posted before going live on the American website that we talked about earlier on this. But you can see that this tweet from Disney Lore_JP says that the card ban was announced for the English version of Disney Lorcana, but it does not apply to the Japanese version. Also on Twitter this week, from the Today in Lorcana History account, April 9th, 2023, Ravensburger confirms that there will not be first edition boxes or a limited print run. This comes from a tweet made from the Disney Lorcana account, replying to Jordan that says, "Hi, are there going to be first edition boxes? Is there a limited print run? Will we have a reserve list to maintain secondary market value?" And Disney Lorcana replies with, "No," smiley face. But where there are collectors, there will be first editions. If you look on eBay, the sealed cases that have the yellow sticker on them are widely accepted to be from the first print run of the first chapter. These boxes can fetch a premium because they contain small errata cards, mostly on cards with the support keyword, and other minor misspellings, like this Work Together card. The first edition one is misspelled. The first edition one misspells the word Pasha with an S. And those cards can be found in the first print run of the first chapter. On Instagram this week, Inkborn Heroes broke the news to us, showing us some new Disney Lorcana official artwork. Inkborn Heroes says that a couple of new artworks were spotted by Chip & Co. at the DC Playhouse. This looks like to be an event where Disney content creators were invited to go make some posts about Disney. You can see that this post from Just Alan has the artworks in the back. This looks like to be some sort of Lorcana display, but this is the first time that we're seeing these artworks. Could this be an alternate artwork of the Rapunzel Gifted with Healing and Stitch Rockstar for the Fabled set? Or just two new cards that we're getting for Reign of Jafar? What do you think? In the comment section, Kevin says, maybe the puzzle artwork. We haven't heard anything about those yet. And I like the way that Kevin's thinking. We got news a few weeks ago about Disney Lorcana 1,000-piece puzzles with original artwork on them. Could this be those puzzles? I don't know. Also on Instagram this week, we want to shout out Lorcana Man. Lorcana Man posts all of the best Disney Lorcana stuff, including a screenshot of when he won his D23 collection box from the EQL by Ravensburger entry giveaway through the D23 membership. Lots of people won this box, but Lorcana Man reports that he does know a couple of folks that didn't win. Is this going to tank the D23 collector box value? I've gotten some eBay offers from the D23 boxes that I put on my watch list, offering me a discount. But joke's on them, because I also won one of those D23 collection boxes, and so did a whole bunch of people. For our meta report, anything goes this week. I'm sticking with my Blurple list. Still running the Sapphire ink, but I never had Hiram in there anyway. If you want to know more about the Blurple deck combinations, make sure to subscribe to Ready Set Ink. I report my weekly locals results playing the Blurple deck. And this week, we're finally going to do it. We're going to play the unbannable card, Flounder, the Voice of Reason. We're going for it. We're a true Flounder believer. And there's not a shot that this card will ever get banned. For our Market Watch segment, there was a buyout for the Dot Cold Foil. This thing went up to $33 from about $15, all within a day. That's crazy. And the regular Doc was like $10. This is one of the only steel cards that can draw you cards. Besides, the other steel card that can draw you the most amount of cards. I remember buying Doc for $2 a piece. And that was like, yikes, $2 for a rare card? I guess I need it though for my John Silver location deck. The Tamatoa Happy as a Clam finally hit my purchase limit price. But is it even worth it at this point? I think I'm okay not buying the Tamatoas. If you have any Lorcana alerts that you want me to know about, email me at lorcana707@gmail.com. Ready Set Ink is over 1,701 subscribers.